Hi, and welcome to the Four Keys of Starting Your Music Career. I'm Steve Grossman. The four keys are a clear message, defined goals, good dose of truth, and focused work. About myself, I've been a musician for just about my whole life. I have a picture of myself while still wearing a diaper with some drumsticks, playing on a drum my mom was holding. So, yeah, pretty much always been a musician, always wanted to be a musician, always will be a musician. I have a degree in jazz performance from the University of North Texas, and over 20 years as a professional musician, both in recording studio and live around the country as well as around the world. Also, local work here in the Nashville area. So, a lot of experience pulling from here. Have an Academy of Country Music Award for my work with the Gibson Miller Band, as well as a Grammy for my work with India RE. In 2001, I actually left the music business. Just kind of experienced the downturn in my own music career and joined the corporate world, the dreaded real job. But here's two things that happened. One, I found out I enjoyed it. I actually had an ability to do some things outside of music, but most importantly, I learned a whole bunch of things I wish I had known when I was where you are, starting out in the music business and beginning to build my career. Essentially, I learned why I didn't succeed, and so that has driven me to do what I do now, coaching and business consulting and helping musicians like yourself to know these things. And that's where these four keys come from. So let's dig right in. The first one is a clear message. Now, this was a huge mistake of mine. When people used to ask me what I did, I would say, I play drums. Sounds safe enough, but wasn't really that helpful. If they asked me what I wanted to do, I would usually just say this: I just want to make a living playing drums. Problem is that both of those were boring, they were forgettable, and they were only partly true. So let's not make the same mistake for you, okay? So, what do you say? What do you actually do in music specifically? Yes, I play drums, but really what I did specifically was play rock and pop drums, whatever way you want to call that, commercial drums. It's really a groove player, real solid, real musical, real song oriented drummer. Okay, so those are some specifics. So, what about you? What do you do specifically? What do you want to do in music? I didn't just want to make a living. I wanted to tour the world and I wanted to record on Grammy winning records. So, what do you want to do? You need to know these things. What makes what you do unique? And I don't mean strange, I just mean unique. Something that you do that singles you out. Now, it might be like lots of other people. I mean, Adele and Taylor Swift both sing pop commercial music, right? But there are things that make them different. We all have things that make us different. So, you need to be thinking about this. Lastly, how does what you do help them? And the them is whoever you're talking to. So many times, musicians just talk about themselves. Hey, I do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. The problem is, the people we're talking to, they have their goals. Maybe they want to be a recording star. Maybe they want to make successful records. If you want to play on records, don't just say, I want to play on records. Say, I like making people's songs come alive in the studio. The point is this: why should they remember you? Remember what I said about I play drums? Boring, so do 500 other people. How or why will they remember you? And then why should they hire you? We have to be clear on these things. We have to have way more information about ourselves in mind so that no matter what we say, it answers these two things. And it helps people to remember you so they will hire you. Get that? Key two, defined goals. Now, if you're like me, these would be your goals too. Make lots of money, get married, have a family, have friends, win a Grammy, have great cars, travel the world, have multiple homes, jets, etc., right? I mean, these were my goals if I'd been really super honest. Now, by the way, that's me there at the top, and that is my wife. And yes, I did win a Grammy, and we have a couple of kids. So I had some of these, but here's the thing. Those are what I said I wanted, and those are what I thought I wanted, but the reality was that I really wanted these: security, purpose, to know what I was doing had purpose, love, in all those many forms. Friends, creativity, fun, adventure. Said another way, I wanted a life. And so do you. So, what are your goals? In music, of course. So, what are your goals in life? There's some great questions about this in the worksheet. So, please take the time with that because I've found with all my experience working with hundreds of musicians is that your goals in life are the most important indicator of your future success. The music business is hard. There are going to be times when you're going to feel like quitting. It's going to be difficult. You're not going to want to go on. But when you have your life goals solid, they keep you going. They keep you motivated. They also keep you focused. So, what are your goals in life? Key 3 is truth, as opposed to these two myths. So, the first one is what I call the myth of superstardom. We all know this one, right? I'm in music because I want to be a star. Sounds simple enough. It's also what everybody thinks everyone should do in music, right? This is the one where people say, have you got that gig yet? What are your plans? When are you going to move to such and such a city? You're going to be a star, right? And they push it and push it and push it and push it. Something interesting happened when I joined the corporate world, and that is that I realized that in a company of 80,000 people, which was the company I was in, there was only one CEO and a whole lot of non-CEOs. I'd say almost all of them were very happy not being the CEO. They were happy with a good paying job, a nice home, and not being the CEO. And I realized that no one also came up to them all the time saying, so, when are you going to be the CEO? I can't believe you're wasting your talent being a middle manager. How dare you? We all had such high dreams for you. No one says that to people unless they're a musician, which is why I call this the myth of superstardom. You don't have to be a superstar to be happy in the music business. You don't have to be a superstar to play music. You don't have to be a superstar to play satisfying, awesome, great music. Have fun, have a great life, earn money, etc., etc. As you think about what you want to do, don't fall for this myth because so many people are crushed when they're not the superstar, when they really should be really super happy, just like all those people in the corporate world. So when I talk about truth, the truth is you can do music anywhere as much as you want and have a great life without having to be on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. One other myth is the myth of talent. And this is that everyone in music has talent. And therein lies the problem because everybody says, you should be in music, you're so talented. Well, big deal. Everyone's talented. The point is that success in music is a talent plus equation. It's not just talent, it's what do you do with it? What makes you unique? Have you honed it? And then also beyond your talent. Who are you as a person? What kind of music do you like? What is your, I call this in some of my other training, your combination? All the things that make you you, which may include a bunch of stuff outside of music. Think about Adele and Taylor Swift. They both basically do the same thing, but what makes them different is their interests, what kind of women they are, all those kinds of things. So all that goes into how you're going to build your career as well. It's not built just on talent. Key number 4 is focused work. Got two things about this. One is simple rules of marketing, and then second, to work strategically. Here are my 4 simple rules of marketing. The first one is that marketing is more than a message. When I talk about marketing, I'm not talking about a slogan. People are always watching everything you're doing. I don't say that to intimidate you. I say that to help you manage that. So are you communicating that clear message earlier that we were talking about? All the time in everything you do, everything you say, everything you are. Number 2, marketing is always about the customer. So all those people looking at you are going to perceive what they see and hear based on them, not you. Manage it that way. Make sure that you're communicating to them how you can help them, why you're so amazing, why you're remarkable, whatever the case may be, in a way that they'll go, ah, I get it. I need to remember to call that person next time I need that. Marketing never stops. Another way I say that is that you're never not communicating. I've said it several times already, but it's everything you do, everything you say, everything you are. So yeah, social media, gigging, out and about town, people are always watching. And they're always watching because of number 4. And what I mean by that is number 4 means that if you're doing everything 1, 2, 3 well, that the right people, the people that really need what you do, are going to immediately recognize it, and they're going to hire you. They're going to contact you. They're going to accept contact from you because they're going to recognize this is what I've been looking for. Think and work strategically. Most musicians I know approach their careers like bowling, or at least like most people bowl. They step up to the line, throw the ball, hit a pin, shout, yay! And if they miss it, boo, I'll try again. The general theory here is that it's kind of luck, right? You get a gig, great. Phone rings, yes. If it doesn't, I don't know. I don't know how to get another gig. I'm not sure what to do. So it's like bowling, really chance focused. I advocate playing your career, working your career like chess. Now, even the most amateur chess player understands that chess is a game of strategy. And that is how professionals build careers. So always be playing chess. Don't do anything that isn't going to lead to another great move for yourself. Don't take a gig unless you know it's going to lead to another gig. It's going to be a great connection. Now, money's important, obviously. That's a reason to think strategically. But I'm talking about beyond that. So think about and work these things both in the big things and the small, like I said in that second bullet point there, right? Are you in the right town? Are you playing with the right people, hanging out with the right folks, gigs, etc., etc.? That's part of the strategy. This is more often about saying no. No, I'm not going to take that gig. It has nothing to do with where I want to be. Yeah, I need the money, but I have a good day job. That's cool. I don't need to take the gig and be seen playing music that I really don't want to play as a career. Have a plan. They say that most people plan for a vacation more than they plan for their life. That's pretty sad, seeing that you plan for a vacation so you can get to a destination. So how about we plan your life and your career? Then you'll get to that destination. And never forget, what you want is a life. Don't get caught up in music so much that you wake up later going, this isn't really what I wanted. Is there more to learn? Yeah, absolutely. I've got all of it in this course, How to Get Noticed, Heard, and Hired. You can check it out on the website, follow the links, a little bit about it, learn how to promote yourself without being that person that you don't want to be, identify the right people to help build your career, self-confidence, that's huge, more clarity around what it is you want, and ultimately that process of getting noticed by people so that they'll hear you, and then they will hire you because they'll know you are the right person. So a couple of things here, just highlight number 3, other things on marketing. Notice number 6, negotiations, right? Ultimately 7, it's about a long-term career. Solid, secure, really takes care of you for the rest of your life. There's also some mini courses as well as a book. You also can hire me as a coach if that would be helpful to you. All that is after you click through after this video. So I encourage you to live fully alive. Absolutely pursue your dreams. Work hard for them. They are worth it. You are worth it. Thanks for watching this video. Click through to learn more. Bye-bye.